You were a director who did some small films.
What had he done before?
I made 3 documentaries before meeting Ivan.
By the way, a great documentary called Gigi Allen. You saw it. Remember
forget about that.
That was Todd's film.
That was yours?
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that film. And also you did some other, stuff nobody ever heard of.
Called Frat House.
Which I've seen part of, actually. This morning I watched some of it. It's really good.
Yeah, that one at the Sundance Film Festival, which is where I met Ivan for the first time.
Well, let me tell you something. Frat House is great because actually Todd goes and and he has to get into a frat.
Uh-huh.
And they haze him at one point. They lock him in a dog cage, and they throw like tobacco spit on him, and what else do they do? They throw I made
it with my friend Andrew Gerlin at the time, and we got thrown out of one fraternity where we were filming, so we made a deal with another fraternity that we would go through the process if we could film it. What happens?
Right.
And they let you.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's really funny, and you can't get that film released. I would watch that film.
Oh, it's great.
It is a great film. What is it, Gary?
There's one great scene where they keep taking him and the pledges to the basement and blindfolding them and getting them in their underwear.
Right.
And they keep throwing like ravioli on them and vomit and just all sorts of gross stuff.
Yeah, and Todd, you did this for the film. You decided all these macho kind of guys all doing weird stuff to you, and this was real stuff. You didn't stage it for the camera.
Well, no, and that's what the kids come out. They claim they say they were drunk and stoned when they signed releases, which is true. And,
but that's how they normally are.
Yeah, so what?
What was we supposed to do? Give them coffee and sober them up and wait.
Right.
But so that's the status of that movie is still up in the air, and I'm sure this won't.
And so, Ivan, you spotted these films, and you said, "Here is a guy I'd like to see direct."
I actually went to the Sundance Film Festival because my son had a short playing there.
Right.
And he says, you should see Frat House. It's great. It's really funny. I think you'll dig it.
And it's an obvious homage to Animal House. I mean, Andrew and I at the time said we're going to make a documentary version of Animal House. I mean, that was the goal, and I think there's a lot of comedy in Frat House.
So Ivan took the hand of God, because Ivan is known as God in L.A., and he touched you and said,
he touched you in
an appropriate place.
That's right.
But he touched you and he said, I'm going to let you have a shot at making a film. I believe in you.
Yeah.
No one believed in you, did they?
Nobody.
No one would have touched
you. Had you already written Road Trip?
No, Ivan actually and I sat down. We started talking about movies and talking about Animal House, and he said, the road trip in Animal House was always sort of a thing he thought can be further explored as a feature.
Right.
So I hooked up with Scott, and we went off and wrote it.
And Ivan liked it. Ivan is a stickler on the script. You know that he doesn't like many scripts.
Yeah.
You directed commercials?
Yeah.
You did?
Yes.
Is that lucrative?
It's pretty lucrative. Yeah.
So if I go direct a commercial, how much money can I get for doing a Pepsi commercial? That would be the creme de la creme.
Probably buy a house in Oyster Bay.
Really? It's a lot of money. So you know what you're doing with a camera. You're not some goofball that Ivan picked up.
Yeah.
Some know-nothing that you picked up.
But he had never done a narrative film, so that was really the
lead that Ivan took.
Ivan, for you, it is hard as a producer to find someone that you believe in, that you would back. And usually, I know you hate these guys after you finish working with them. But for the most part, you
most of the time it's tough.
Most of the time it's tough, and yet you guys like each other after shooting this movie. You are bonding. You like each other.
Yeah. In fact, our company, the Montecito Picture Company, just made another deal with Todd
to do what?
To write and direct another movie.
What are you going to write?
It's an overall deal, but I'm writing another comedy. It's not a teen comedy.
Now, Ivan, what if this one doesn't do well? Will you dump Todd very quickly?
Very, very quickly.
You will. All right. So the deal will dry up.
What always cracks me up?
That's not true, Todd. You're in for 2 more years.
Wait a minute. But we know Ivan is a great guy. But I'll never forget the day that we were here in Manhattan in some hotel, and they were beginning to cut private parts, and everybody said, Ivan is coming. Everybody started shaking in their boots. They were almost in tears.
Ivan yells a lot.
Because
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. I've seen you yell at people.
I'm strict.
No, you are strict. So, Ivan, if the movie doesn't do well, which I predict it will do well, but let's say it doesn't, Todd will still get to make another movie for you.
Yes.
Boy, you really believe in this guy.
Some
no, this film has really worked out great.
Confidence.
It has. Well, you'll do well. There's nothing like it around.